Hello students, Assalamu alaikum. This is Kantesh Kumar. Welcome in today's lecture. My students, in today's lecture, you are going to learn an interesting topic. And that interesting topic is all about the union and intersection of said with their Venn diagrams. Before that, let me remind you that what did you learn in the last lecture? My students, in the last lecture, we discussed about the types of set. In types of set, you learned about the null set, singleton set, finite, infinite, overlapping, disjoint, equal, and the equivalent set. But today, it is all about the union and intersection of set. So the first one is all about the union of a set and its Venn diagram. My students, union of a set is that kind of a set that contains all the elements of set A and set B. In other words, we can say that the combination of all the elements of given set is called the union of set. I repeat for you, the combination of all the elements of given set is called the union of set. Now, second point that is very important regarding to the union of set, that there should be no repetition of any element in the union of set, because a set contains always different objects, different elements, different members, because set is a well-defined collection of distinct objects. It means there should be no repetition of any element in the union of set. Third important point, that we have to arrange all the elements in ascending order. And ascending order always start from least to the highest. So we will put there the first lowest number, then the bigger number. Bit by bit we will put there. By looking at the example, I hope that your concept will be clear of finding out the union of set. The first example I have written here, that is A equals to 135. 135 are the elements of A, and B said its elements are 246. Now we have to find the union of A set and set B, and we have to make the Venn diagram as well. So we will write here A union B. What is the first set that is given here? The name of the first set that is given here, that is A set. So we will write the elements of A. Those are the 1, 3, 5. Then there is a sign of a union. So we will put a sign of a union. Then there is a set B. So we will write the elements of set B. The elements of set B are 2, 4, 6. Now, as I have told you that we have to arrange all the elements in ascending order. Or the combination of all the elements of given set is called the union of set. So we will combine all the elements of these two sets in ascending order. Now we have to see which is the least number or the lowest number. That is 1. So we will put first 1. Then there is a 2. We have 2 here. Then there is a 3. Then 4. Then 5. Then 6. Now in this set, you can see that we have arranged all the elements of given set in ascending order, and there is no repetition of any element here. So this is an answer of A union B. Now take another look. The second example of the union set, that is A equals to 5, 7, 8. B set that is equals to 7 and 9. We have to again find the union of these two sets and make the Venn diagram as well. My students, first we will write A union B here. Now what is the first set that is given here? Again A. We will write the elements of A. Those are the 5, 7, and 8. Then there is a sign of union. So we will put a sign of union. Then the elements of B. The elements of B are 7, 8, 9. Again we have to arrange all the elements in ascending order. So we will put A union B once again. Now which is the least number we have to find out? The least number between these two sets is 5, then 7, then 8, then 9. Now 7 and 8 were the common elements, were the same elements. There was a repetition, but we have written these 7 and 8 only one time in the union of a set. So now it's time for the Venn diagram. We are coming back to the first for making the Venn diagram of this one. My students, regarding to the Venn diagram, you need to remember the two important points. The first point is that whenever the sets are disjoint, then we have to make circles separately. Separately, I repeat, whenever you get the sets disjoint, meaning when there is no common element between the set, those sets are known as the disjoint. Then we will make the circles separately. And now the second point, when you get the overlapping set. Overlapping sets are those sets which have the common element or the same element. So in those circles, we will make combined circles or connected circle. Now see here, in these two sets there is no common element. It means these two sets are the disjoint set. As I told you that whenever you get disjoint set, then we will make circles separately. So this rectangle is actually known as a universal set. So we have put a sign of a universal set. Then the first circle we will make, and the name of this set will be A, and the second circle we will make, that will be known as a set B. Now what are the elements of A? That is, those are given here. Those are 1, 3, 5, and the elements of set B are 2, 4, 6. Now the answer you got, those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My students, in union of set, you have to remember one important point in your mind, that all circles must be shaded in the union of a set. So we will shade here all these two circles. This also will be shaded, and the particular name of this rectangle of this set is A union B. So this is all about the circle, the Venn diagram of the first example. Now the Venn diagram for the second example, similarly, we will make here the first rectangle. This is known as a universal set. Now see here, in these two sets, is there any common element? If there is a common element, then we will make the circles combining or connected. Now these two sets are the overlapping set. So we will make two circles combining or connected. My student, this portion, this absolutely a portion, is a common portion between these two sets. The name of this circle is A, and the name of this circle is B. And what are the elements which are common in both the sets? Those are the 7 and 8. As I told you, this is the common portion of set A and B. So we will write the common elements in the common portion of these two circles. The remaining elements in the first set, that is 5, and the last one that is remains there, that is 9. As I told you that in the union of a circle, all circles must be shaded. So we will shade these two circles and the common portion as well. And the name of this particular set will be again A union B. My students, this was all about the union of set between these two examples. I hope that my students, it's turn of the intersection of sets and its Venn diagram now. My students, intersection of a set is a set of all elements that contains the common or the same elements. That contains the common or the same elements of a given set. And again, there should be no repetition of an element. And again, we have to arrange all the elements in ascending order. I repeat for you, in intersection of set, we have to write only and only the common or the same elements of a given set. But in a union, we have to combine all the elements of a given set. There is a big difference between union and intersection. Now by looking at the example, I hope that your concept of finding out the intersection will be much more clear. So the first example of the intersection of a set is A set, that is equals to 1, 3, 5. B set's elements are 2, 4, 6. We have to find A intersection B and make the Venn diagram. My students, first again we will write A intersection B. So the first name of this set is A. So we will write the elements of first set there. Those are 1, 3, 5. Then there is a sign of an intersection. So we will put a sign of an intersection. Then there is a D. So we will write the elements of set B. Those are 2, 4, 6. Now the particular answer of this one will be, what will be the answer? My dear students, as I told you that we have to write only and only the common or the same elements. Now see here, in these two sets, is there any common element? My student, there is no common element. So what will be the answer? The answer of this particular question will be your null set, because there is no common element. So there is a null set. Or another sign you can define, this is 5, because there was no common element. That's why the answer of this one is a null set. Now see here, the second example I have written here for you. A set's elements are 5, 7, 8, and B set's elements are 7 and 9. Again, we have to find the intersection and make the Venn diagram for this one. So A intersection B, the first set is A. So we will write the elements of A set. Those are 5, 7, 8. Then there is a sign of intersection. So intersection sign. Then the elements of set B, those are 7, 8, 9. My students, in these two sets, is there any common element? Absolutely, there are the common elements. Those are 7, 7, 8, 8. These are the two elements which are common in both sides. That's why the particular answer of this one will be 7 and 8. Now coming back to the first question for Venn diagram. Now students, as I told you in the union of a set that whenever you get the disjoint set, we always make the circles separately. So we will make this rectangle. Actually this rectangle is known as the universal set. So we will put a sign of universal set again. This is first circle. This is your second circle. The name of this circle is B and this one is A. Now elements of A are 1, 3, 5 and 2, 4, 6. There was no common element. So for this one we will not share anyone because there was no element. This is why we will not share this one, and the name of this particular answer is A intersection B. Now similarly for this one, for the second one Venn diagram, we will make here. This is a universal set, a rectangle for the universal set. Now these two sets were the overlapping. For overlapping, we always make circles connected or combining. The name of this circle is A, this is B, and this portion is a common portion between these two circles. And the common elements were 7 and 8. 7 and 8, the remaining elements are 5 and 9. Now what we have to shade here? My students, in the intersection of set, only and only the common portion must be shaded. This common portion here, that is 7 and 8. So we will shade only and only the common portion of 7 and 8. So the name of this particular Venn diagram is A intersection B. My students, I hope that the concept of union and intersection of set with your Venn diagram is clear for you. I hope that you will practice a lot for these sort of questions in your home as well.